Many of you might be wondering why we are live at this time of the night, 38 minutes past midnight on Saturday. But this is an extraordinary moment, a moment of crisis, a crisis of credibility for the Indian judiciary. For the last 48 hours, we have been hearing conflicting and contradictory reports around a pile of cash. That's how it was described, a pile of unaccounted cash recovered from the home of a Delhi High Court judge, Justice Yashwant Varma. Now, there have been contradictions and contradictions, but till now, we had absolutely no direct primary source of information. Well, now we do. I'm Barkha Dutt, you're with the Mojo story, and we have accessed the videos that have been shared by the Delhi Police Commissioner with the High Court and the Supreme Court. You are seeing those videos on your screen. They show a room full of currency notes that are burning. You can see that video playing out on your screen right now. It's quite dark because the room was gutted at that time, but you can clearly see that the room is full of currency notes, sacks and sacks of currency notes, and the police has filmed this video. Now, for the last 2 days, there were rumors that these kind of videos, these kind of images existed, but it was all speculation. Now, what we have done is that we have accessed the videos that have been shared by the police with the Delhi High Court, and the Delhi High Court has forwarded these videos to the Supreme Court. The Delhi High Court has also forwarded a detailed statement by the accused, the judge facing these allegations, Justice Yashwant Varma, who has argued that there is a conspiracy against him. He has denied that this money belongs to him. He says it doesn't belong to him or his family. This room full of burning currency notes was in an outhouse of the judge's residence. And remember that this entire episode came to light because their fire broke out in this outhouse. The fire service was called because it was the home of a Delhi High Court judge. The police also went to the house, and the police has now said that it has filmed this particular video, which we are playing on loop because this is now an extraordinary, perhaps never before seen moment in the history of India's judiciary, where the Delhi police has alleged that a room full of burning currency notes, some people have suggested, some lawyers have suggested that that amount could be as high as 10 crores, others have said 15 crores. No amount has been mentioned yet, but it is a room full of sacks and sacks of burning currency notes. Equally, there's a very strong denial from the judge, who says that there is a conspiracy against him. And in fact, in his letter, which has been attached in the reply sent by the Delhi High Court's Chief Justice to the Supreme Court, he says that when the in-house inquiry was ordered by the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court, the Delhi High Court Chief Justice wanted to send his own inspection team. And he says that that PPS came and also saw for himself that in the gutted room there was no cash. So we have two completely different versions, but the police has not just released this video, it has released several still images that we're also going to show you, which show the gutted room and the room full of burning currency notes. In fact, if we can bring up those images there, you can see this is the detailed report. And as we scroll up, you can see firemen who are standing over these burning currency notes. I'm going to just remove the banner so you can see these images more closely. Look at this image. These are all burning or burnt sacks and sacks, piles and piles of currency notes. This is the door that leads into that gutted room at the outhouse. Delhi police says that it has filmed these videos. Now, joining me now is senior advocate Bishwajit Bhattacharya. He has very kindly agreed to join us at this late hour. I for troubling him at this hour because this is really a very, very big development, a big breaking story. Sir, thank you for your time. As we play those images on loop, and I have shared that video with you as well, what are your first thoughts, sir?
It is very shocking. It's a dark day for India's democracy, judiciary. I am really appalled that so much of piles of currency notes can be stored in the outhouse of a judge of a high court of the India's largest democracy in the country, if this cash is accounted, then this is perfectly justified. But if this cash is not accounted for, then this is a very, very serious issue. This shakes the foundation of the last man in the country, of the grand norm of the democratic structure of India. It's a shame on the nation if this cash is not accounted for and if this is not earned and legitimately earned and declared. Whose cash it is immaterial. You cannot allow the official residence of a judge of the High Court of India, which is the largest democracy of India, to be parked as a dumping ground of illicit funds. That's my
So
first
you,
reaction,
yeah,
Barkha.
yes, sir, absolutely. And you haven't minced your words, you haven't pulled your punches. You have said that this could shake the foundation of our democracy. You're appalled by this display. It's a dark day for India's democracy and judiciary, and I agree with you. But you also said that it is not, it doesn't matter who this money belongs to. Explain that, because the judge in question is claiming this is a setup. He's claiming this is a conspiracy. He's saying to the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court that you sent your own PPS, and when that PPS came, usko bhi kuch nahi mila. But the police has released these videos. You can see the Delhi Fire Service at the site. You can see in these videos, in the images that are playing, the firemen are at the site. The judge seems to be implying that the money has been planted or the money wasn't there. I am not able to understand.
Who will dare plant money even to my house? I am an ordinary citizen of India. Nobody dare. And what about a sitting judge? A working judge of a high court who has constitutional protection? Who will dare to plant? So this kind of explanation, this kind of, is not very, very, it's cannot be believed that somebody can plant money by entering the residence of some sitting judge and plant crores and crores of rupees, as has been reported in the media widely. So, this
Yes.
kind of explanation has to be rejected outright.
So, in other words, Biswajit sir, your instinct when you look at these images, and these are the still images, there are also photographs. As I mentioned, you can see the Delhi Fire Service personnel in their uniform standing over this burning currency notes. And in fact, it isn't one sack or two, it is a room full of these currency notes. But I will still read out, in the interest of a fair journalism, the statement that has been given by Justice Yashwant Varma. I'm going to read out a bit for you. He says, I state unequivocally that no cash was ever placed in that storeroom either by me or any of my family members. I denounce the suggestion that the cash belongs to us. The very idea that this cash was kept or stored by us is preposterous. The suggestion that one would store cash in an open, freely accessible, and commonly used storeroom near the staff quarters borders on the incredible and the incredulous. I only wish that the media had conducted some inquiry before I came to be indicted and defamed in the press. He goes on to say it's a room which is completely disassociated from my living areas, and a boundary wall demarcates my living area from that outhouse. So he's saying, Ye paisa mera nahi hai. This money does not belong to me. What do you make of this very detailed response? It's quite unusual for a sitting judge of the High Court to have to respond to an allegation like this.
Money is a currency note under the Indian Paper Currency Act. Money is not a negotiable instrument. So, therefore, the money belongs to whom, X, Y, and Z, is a very facile argument, is a very feeble argument. The, the factually, whether or not the money has been found stored in the official residence of any judge, the name is immaterial. Whether it is Justice, Honorable Justice Yashwant Varma, who has the reputation of being an outstanding judge, and I repeat, an outstanding judge. I must be fair to him, his performance as a judge, because I am a practicing lawyer also, in High Court and Supreme Court both. But the question is that how, I mean, if an honorable judge is saying the money does not belong to me, that means he is basically admitting the whole charge against him. How can you allow so much of cash to be parked in your house? How can you
Hmm.
allow? This is a 100% open and shut case. I mean, what kind of explanation is this from the highest majesty of a judicial officer, of a judge of the country? Money belongs to X, Y, and Z. You say that this money is mine, I have accounted for it, I'll pay tax on it, the matter ends there. But this money does not belong to me. I mean, this explanation will not be acceptable even to a child who is in class 5 or class 6. It is shocking. The explanation of the honorable judge is shocking. It should be rejected outright.
So explain to me, sir. On one hand, you say, because you're such a senior lawyer, that he has a good reputation as an outstanding judge. On the
Outstanding reputation, because let me tell you frankly, my, from various sources I've heard that Justice Yashwant Varma has been one of the best judges of the Honorable High Court of Delhi.
Hmm.
And your audience should know it. But that is one thing. That is, a judge performing his judicial function correctly, impeccably is one thing which is expected. That is the pass mark. That is the pass mark of a judge to act impeccably, because the
Right.
expectation of the common man from the judge is very high. But Barkha, I mean, if so much of loads of cash has been found from your house, I mean, I'm sorry. My conscience pricks, my conscience shocks. I have been a supporter of judiciary all my life, and this is the darkest day in the history of India about the judiciary. This is even darker than the emergency when, of the democracy of India. So much
You know,
of crores and crores of money has been found, and the honorable judge says, this money does not belong to me. That means he is admitting that the money has been parked in his house.
no, there is a
You,
contradiction.
my,
That is,
huh?
Bishwajit, sir, there is a contradiction. On one hand, he says this money does not belong to me, and he says this outhouse is not part of my house. On the other hand,
Oh, no, no, no.
he,
This is a new, Barkha, this is a new angle you are giving. That the
yeah,
outhouse is not a part of my house. What is
yes,
the address of his house? No, I'm asking you, what is the address of his house? I have been staying in Delhi all my life. I have been the additional Solicitor General of India. Even
correct.
I have had outhouse. Sheila Dikshit's house was allotted to me. Manish Sisodia occupied my house. I know what is what I know what is outhouse. What is the address? You tell me.
I'm going to have
Then
somebody look up the number.
then I will tell right now whether the honorable judge, this
Yes.
feeble argument that outhouse is not a part of my house, then why should he bother to answer that this is somebody else's house? The more
Yeah.
he answers, the more he
Hmm.
answers this kind of, reasonings, the more he lands himself, unfortunately, in my view, in trouble.
But there is a contradiction in his response. On the one hand, he says this outhouse, there's a boundary wall, it is totally disassociated. On the other hand, Bishwajit sir, let me read out to you. He is quoting a conversation with the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court, Justice Upadhyay, who ordered at first an in house inquiry. And he goes on to say, you had thereafter requested for the PPS to be permitted to visit the site, to which I readily agreed. The PPS arrived later that night, and when I, my PS, along with the PPS, inspected the gutted room, no currency was either found nor was any cash in any state seen present on site. This also stands corroborated from the report, meaning the High Court's in house report, which has been provided to me. Post that inspection, the gutted room remains in that state. So, on one hand, he's saying you sent a PPS, your own report found no evidence of this money. On the other hand, he is saying this outhouse is not really part of anything to do with me. There is a contradiction in his response.
Barkha ji, I have so much of respect for you,
Yes.
as much as I have respect for Justice Yashwant Varma for
No,
his
no, please,
judicial
right now,
acumen.
don't put me. No, right now, don't put me in the same
No, no,
category.
no, 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 no. I'm coming to something. Now,
Yes.
if you want me to draw a line of demarcation between house and outhouse, is this the argument of a judge of a high court? Huh? What is house and what is outhouse? I mean, this is, I find it shocking. I find it shocking that this is in my outhouse, this is in not my house. This is like a child's argument.
Hmm.
This is
So,
like a
what?
child's argument. Now, you see, the question is, this is a very dark moment for the country. I am telling you, this is a very dark moment for the country. There have been lots of misdemeanors of honorable judges in our country. The manner in which the honorable judges in our country have been acting leaves a lot to be desired. Our bar has to rise to the occasion. Unfortunately, my expectation has been belied about the strength of the bar. This is a matter which Bishwajit Bhattacharya, a petty little lawyer, should not be arguing. The entire 20 lakh lawyers in the country should stand united to say, honorable judges, you better behave yourself because you are the custodian of trust of 1.4 billion Indians. You have no business. If you have done something wrong, hang your head in shame and just walk out. Just walk out. Don't give these kind of feeble arguments. These currency notes have been found from my outhouse and not from my house. Not acceptable. Shocking. Shameful.
What do you think should happen now? Because the other thing that emerges in this report that we have accessed is that the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court seems on board with the transfer of this judge to the Allahabad High Court. But the Supreme Court, in the meantime, has relieved him of his duties for the moment. That is the Supreme Court statement. And they have set up a three-member panel. What should happen now? What should happen now in the light of these videos having come into the public domain?
You see, even the Hindustan Times today
Yes.
reported that Delhi police has provided the video of the pile of cash to the
And it's not a
government.
pile, sir. It's a room. It's a room of cash. It's not even a pile. It's a room. We can see the room.
It's a it's a room of cash. So honorable the Chief Justice of India has risen to the occasion of constituting a committee
Hmm.
of three persons. Two of them are Chief Justices of High Court of Himachal Pradesh and Haryana, respectively, Punjab, and one judge from the Karnataka High Court. So, this is in fact, we have now a Chief Justice of India who is a person of unimpeachable integrity after a long time. and I regret, I have to say this after a long time, we have not had such Chief Justice of India. And the present Chief Justice of India has taken immediate action, let the law take its own course. If Honorable in the inquiry, Honorable Justice Yashwant Varma, for whom I have personal highest regard for his judicial acumen, as I have heard, once or maybe twice, I don't remember, in Delhi Honorable High Court. If he clears himself, let him come back, let him bounce back, let him bounce back with a bang. But if he is not able to clear himself, then let him gracefully exit instead of giving this kind of feeble explanations that cash has been found from my outhouse and not from my house. I mean, this is something very, very unfortunate, frivolous, and this shows that he has not been correctly advised. Even a judge, howsoever high he may be, needs correct advice. If there is something
Mm.
wrong, admit it. We are all human beings. We make errors. You know, senses seek pleasure, mind seeks glory. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be told you are the best in the world. But the question
Yeah.
is, your instincts cannot overpower you. There is a law. That is the rule of law. You are living in a legal structure. There is a grand norm. And India is a unique democracy in the country because the rule of law has always bounced back. People may think they are dictators, but unfortunately, even dictators can be, removed in a split second, and one regime can change, another regime can come. So, Honorable Justice Yashwant Varma, I am not passing any judgment as your, sort of guest. Let him state the truth. If he has done something wrong, let him admit it. Let him admit it. And if he has not done something wrong, then let him fight till the end. But let him not give explanations like cash found in house and outhouse. This is this is the worst argument I've heard in my life.
I want to also
Like,
show you
like,
the,
like, like,
yeah,
like, like if tomorrow my house is sort of raided, and
yeah,
I have, I don't have an outhouse, but I have some one small, space outside. No, 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 that space, the cash has been found in my space. I mean, can I afford to say that? Should this kind of explanation be coming from a sitting judge who is such an outstanding judge, who has an LLB degree from Hansraj College, Delhi? I rather become honest from Hansraj College, Delhi. I have read the biodata. Such an
yeah.
outstanding. In fact, I have spoken to 100 lawyers since yesterday. I am a regular practitioner in Supreme Court. 100 out of 100 lawyers says he's an outstanding judge. Your audience should know it. In fact, my
Yeah.
son has been appearing before him. I should not be saying this. He says he is an outstanding judge. Yesterday in the Supreme Court bar, we were discussing. I called my son there. And he said he's an outstanding judge. But if he's an outstanding judge, then why should he give this kind of argument that this cash has been found in my outhouse?
Let me share something other
Let him
interesting.
own, let him name, then let him name whose cash is this. Then let him
Yeah.
name, I am in league with X, Y, and Z. I don't know.
You see,
You
he's
know, you
contradicting himself. He's at one hand, sir,
truth,
sir, sir,
truth,
sir.
truth, truth.
Yeah,
Ultimately, satyameva jayate. Truth
yeah.
is infinitely weightier than untruth. Even if you have done something wrong, and if you even if you deserve to be hanged, now suppose tomorrow I do something wrong, I'll say, okay, I have done something wrong. You hand me to death, like I mean Khudiram. But you don't try to hedge. Don't try to hedge. Come up straight. Come up
So
straight.
something very
We expect from judges to come up straight. The judges who have been charged with suspicions. with suspicions. Come up straight.
Yeah. Bishwajit sir, we just checked the Delhi High Court website where the judges' assets are attached. As you know, the judges have to declare their assets. Now, in the last few hours, when you click on Justice Yashwant Varma's name, his file has been removed. Someone has had a rethink. Someone has had a rethink. Do we know the assets of Justice Varma? Can we click on it and actually show what happens? It just takes you to a blank page, right? Could I
Barkha,
request my
Barkha,
producers? This is what you get when you click. Now,
Barkha,
now
this
let's go
asset,
back to the video, please. Yeah,
Barkha, this asset is the main problem in life. The greed,
yeah,
the greed to amass asset more and more. I mean, I can tell you names who have 800 crore plot of land in Sundarnagar, in defense, 900 plot of land in defense colony.
yeah,
But the question is that India's biggest problem is, the persons who are in power, they are overpowered by their greed, and nobody, and this greed is destroying. This is destroying the grand norm of our political structure. I am very sorry to say this. Greed. We want more and more and more and more. That's all. Greed. One house, two house, one Mercedes, one BMW, two BMW. You even, I mean, sorry, it is, I mean, sort of dead at night. I should not be
yeah.
overpowered by
No,
my.
I
I,
actually want to, if I can request my producers to bring up what Chief Justice Upadhyay of the Delhi High Court has said. I have a portion of it with me here. This says, right. On examining the incident reported, the material available, and the response of Justice Yashwant Varma, what I find, this I is the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. What I find is that the Commissioner of Police in his report has reported that as per the guard posted at the residence of Justice Varma, the debris and other partially burnt articles were removed from the room where the fire had broken out in the morning of 15th March 2025. The inquiry conducted by me prima facie does not reveal the possibility of entry or access to the room by any person than those, and now I have an incomplete sentence. Requesting my producers, can I have the next line of this, please? If we can have this coming up. But I'm just trying to get out the what Chief Justice Upadhyay has said. I need that, guys, please urgently, if someone can respond. But in the meantime, sir, what benefit of doubt, if any, do you think Justice Verma should get?
Justice Burma should get the only benefit of doubt that, first of all, he should speak the truth. I'm sorry I
Mm,
have to say this about a judge. Whether cash was found there or not, now he can't possibly deny because video shows it all. Cash is
yeah.
found. How much is it? How much is it? And whose money is this? If he can state this very, very clearly, the quantum of cash and now since he's saying it is not his money, we have no reason to disbelieve him because he is,
Yes.
after all, a very, very eminent person. Till today, till this incident, from whatever report I had heard, I had highest respect for him. He's born
Mm,
in 9 January 1969. He was in line to become Chief Justice of India. And today he has been discharged from his judicial function. That means his career has come to a grinding halt. That means he's finished. He has nothing more to lose. So he should spill the beans.
mm.
He should spill the beans. He has nothing to lose. I mean, if this is somebody else's cash, he should say this is such and such cash, such and such cash. And I'm telling you, this malaise is not only restricted in Delhi, I'm telling you. The manner in which our democracy has been functioning, whoever is in power, whether it is income tax, whether it is ED, whether it is CBI, I mean, they get a chance and they mint. So this
Now
is a
tell
very
me,
huh.
if in terms of how the Supreme Court initially handled it, today you are hopeful that the Chief Justice of India will steer this to its logical conclusion. But in terms of the Allahabad transfer, what should happen to that? Because he's been relieved of all duties for the time being.
No, too much has been made about Allahabad High Court transfer. The Honorable Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna did not say that Allahabad High Court transfer is an end in itself. It is the starting point. Some allegations have come. The first instinct should be to just remove him from the place. Just remove
Hmm.
him. That's all. I mean, but that's not an end in itself. That's the starting point. And the next point today, Honorable Justice Sanjeev Khanna has taken action, and I give full marks to the Honorable the Chief Justice of India for having risen to the occasion, for having acted so swiftly.
Hmm.
I can tell you one thing: you will not find another judge like Honorable the present Chief Justice of India.
Hmm.
I mean, I can't say anything more than this. I have nothing else to say. He has taken a very impeccably correct decision. He has risen to the occasion. He has given Justice Varma a chance to come out of it. And I hope and pray that Justice Varma comes out of it.
Yeah.
And he
So
can come
Biswajit,
out of it only, he can come out of it only by speaking the truth and not by saying about the house and outhouse. I
now
mean, he should.
I have a very important detail to, we've been trying to in real time read this 25-page report that we have accessed. Now I have what the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court has said in his report. This is the in-house inquiry of the Delhi High Court. Now the Supreme Court has, of course, ordered its own inquiry. The Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court says the inquiry conducted by me prima facie does not reveal the possibility of entry or access to the room by any person other than those residing in the bungalow, the servants, the gardeners, and the CPWD personnel, if any. Accordingly, I am prima facie of the opinion that the entire matter warrants a deeper probe. This is the conclusion of the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. What do you
Barkha,
say?
Barkha, the Honorable Chief Justice of High Court is also in a very precarious
Yes.
position. He is born in 1965. He is in line to go to the Honorable Supreme Court of India. So he has to play his card very, very carefully. So this kind of report is very much expected, and we are. I asked you what is the address of the Honorable Justice Verma. You could not tell me because
Oh, I
because I
could not
don't.
tell you because I am busy talking to you.
No, no, no.
But
What's
I
the
will.
address? What's the
Yeah,
address?
I'm going to ask someone to Google it. Can we please Google it,
Ah,
please?
what's the address? Then I will
Someone Google it,
because
guys.
my father was a government servant. I had a government officer. My elder brother had a government. So I know entire Delhi. I have lived all my life in Delhi, minus a few years in Bombay when I was in
Yeah,
bank and I was in Calcutta. So I will tell you exactly the house where he say you tell me the address. I will tell you
I am.
what
You
is the
know what? While
outhouse.
I'm talking to you, I'm Googling it myself
Huh?
so that I can see if it actually comes up.
Huh?
But unfortunately, it's come. His bio data
No,
is now
no.
coming up with the Allahabad High Court.
No, but one mistake, if I may say so, Barkha, which you are making.
Yes, sir.
Justice D.K. Upadhyay, who is also
Sir,
a
his
very
address is 3 Dr. Zakir Hussain Marg, Bapa Nagar, per
three.
Google. 3 Dr. Zakir Hussain Marg, Bapa Nagar.
No, it can't be three, Doctor
I
Zakir
don't know.
Hussain
This is
Mark.
what Google is saying.
No, no, it can't be because I have stayed in the Zakir Hussain Mark myself in the year 1970 71. A senior judge who is number three in rank, he never stays in Dr. Zakir Hussain Mark. Anyway, so
Anyway, we'll find
now,
out later.
now
Oh,
you know the
wait. CGI and sitting. I have got the Delhi High Court website. Now I am going to his page. but I am not able to, while talking to you, find the address. I am really requesting my producers, but they are also not able to find right now. Uh, let's see. Address? No, sir. We'll look it up after we finish talking to you. But let's keep
Anyway,
going. Yeah,
that is not very important. But a
yeah.
judge's residence, once you enter,
Somebody in our audience stream is saying 30 Tughlaq Crescent. I don't know if they're correct.
no, no, 30 Tughlaq Crescent was his last address.
Yeah.
I know it. Extreme left house, huh? Because Justice Bhakuru is on the other side, and I know every house because I am a Delhi wala, huh?
Yeah.
So therefore I know
Sir,
all
sit
these
back a
house.
little bit. Your head is getting cut. Sit back a little bit. Sit back a little bit. So your head is getting cut. Now say. Hmm.
I was saying something that Justice D.K. Upadhyay, whatever report he gives, he has already given. Okay. And
Hmm.
based on that report, an inquiry has already been ordered. So now
Yeah.
you can't go behind Justice D.K. Upadhyay's, report. Now you can't question now. You see, that is improper in my view. Honorable Justice D.K. Upadhyay, the Honorable the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, has already given a report to Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Sanjeev Khanna. And based on that report, Honorable the Justice Khanna has already constituted a committee. So Honorable Justice D.K. Upadhyay's report should not be discussed now. It has been accepted by the Chief
Hmm.
Justice of India.
Now, finally, just last comments from you, Bishwajit sir. At this 1:15 a.m. in the morning on Sunday morning, here is the bags and bags of burning cash at 30 Tughlaq Crescent is recorded in the report, sir. 30
Okay,
Tughlaq Crescent is recorded in
okay,
the report.
I know exactly the house. I know
Yes,
exactly the house. I have been to that house. Honorable
yes,
Justice C.M. Nair was staying in that house. I have made a mention in that house, and I know that house. In that house, to make a distinction between house and outhouse, this kind of argument will not stick. That means the money has been found within the premises of
hmm,
30 Tughlaq Crescent. And so, therefore, Honorable Justice Yashwant Varma should speak the absolute truth. Whose money is this?
hmm.
And he should name them. And if it is his own money, he should also name. That's the only way to get out of the mess. Barkha, I have learned one thing. I have been an ardent admirer of Swami Vivekananda. The truth is infinitely powerful than untruth. The moment you speak one untruth, to justify it, you have to speak another 100 untruth.
Yeah.
If I am in this position, I would rather speak the truth and face the consequences. That is the training of the divinity of the soul given by Swami Vivekananda. And the music and Swami Vivekananda brings out the best of your inner soul. Just Honorable Justice Yashwant Varma must speak out the truth. That's the only way to get out of it.
Before we let you go and get some rest, though I don't think anybody in the legal fraternity is going to be sleeping much tonight, Vishwajit sir, I want to ask you: Are there more questions? Do you suggest something bigger here? One man, he goes on leave. His daughter calls up the fire service. In this fire, there you can see those images. They find these bags of cash. He says it's a conspiracy. It's a dark, dark, dark day, but it's an extraordinary crisis for India's judiciary. And there is going to be pushback against the collegium system if the judges do not act in a very transparent and firm manner to get to the bottom of this.
Collegium system is the best system in the country.
Sir,
Politicians
lean
have
back.
been
Sir, lean back so we can see you. Lean back. Lean back, sir. Lean back. Yeah. Yeah.
Collegium system is the best system of selector of judges in the country. I'm sorry, I do not agree with either Harish Salve or others.
Yeah.
I was one of the first petitioners in person to challenge the NJAC, and I won.
Yeah.
Your audience should know that if today collegium system is surviving before a five-judge bench, I was one of the first myself, Supreme Court AOR. So therefore, collegium system is being attacked by politicians for interests which are not quite bona fide. It is better to trust the judges, top five judges, rather
Yeah.
than rather than politicians. Government is the biggest litigant in the country. Can a litigant be permitted to appoint a judge? 70% of the litigation is government.
But the politicians say that had this money been found at a politician's house, the judge would have sent him to jail.
Judge, huh? Truly, so therefore,
Yes.
law should take its own course. I mean, that is what Justice Khanna has done. That is what the Honorable Chief Justice of there is a procedure. You have to follow the procedure. The procedure of a judge is different from that the procedure of a politician. I give full marks to the Honorable the Chief Justice of India and the Collegium, the manner in which they have handled.
Somebody in our audience asks, please ask what was the vigilance and the IB doing while all this was happening under their nose?
You see, in 30 Tughlaq Road, if a
Yes.
car enters, if a judge's car enters, will anybody check? Will anybody be frisked? The ingress and egress? What will IB do? What will CBI do? Judges have protection. And I mean,
Hmm.
tell you, this should be a solemn message to all the 7, 8, 900 judges in the country. You better mend your ways. You better mend your ways. Because tomorrow, if the bar and the collegium becomes more vigilant, like it has been now, because I know Bangalore Bar Association has passed a resolution.
Yeah.
Kapil Sibbal has made a statement. Indira
Yeah.
Jaising has made a statement. So therefore, the bar is the best disinfectant for the bench. The bar will have to be far more vigilant. The bar should not be politicized. And our collegium members should behave exactly the way they have done now. Within 2, 3, 4 days, 14th of May on the holy day, the alleged incident took place. Everybody is asking why there was a 7 day silence, why it came through Dhananjay Mahapatra's report on 21st. I'm sure when this came to the knowledge of the Honorable the Chief Justice of India, he must have satisfied himself. He must have sought for information. I mean, one can't act in a knee-jerk reaction immediately. So 5, 6 days, then came the report and it started. So I feel nothing wrong in the manner in which the collegium has handled the matter. The bar has also behaved very measuredly and responsibly. The collegium and bar, jointly and severally, should put the entire house of judiciary in order, and collegium members will also have to introspect because
Yes.
there have been allegations also. Let us face facts. There can be allegations even against the god. To make allegation doesn't require anything, just one loose statement. So I think whatever has happened for the better. Abdul Kalam said, whatever happens, happens for the better. I think
But sir,
system will improve.
think about the fact that had there not been a fire at this man's house, this would never have come to light.
Exactly, exactly. And Barkha, not fire. If the honorable judge had been at 30 Tugla Crescent and the
Yes,
fire had taken place then fire
yes,
had taken place then think
yes,
of a situation. I say no more because the rest you
yes.
should guess. The rest you should guess because I I should not cross limits.
Well, Bishwajit Bhattacharya, senior advocate, not pulling his punches, saying it's a dark day for Indian democracy, for India's judiciary. Its very credibility is at stake. What has happened is a warning sign to all judges to address the question of corruption in the judiciary. The police has provided videos of a room full of burnt currency, mountains of currency burning from the residence of Justice Varma. His own statement alleges conspiracy, say makes all kinds of contradictory claims. Bishwajit Bhattacharya says that his explanation so far has been facile, and if he wants to save himself by any measure, he needs to speak the complete truth. Thank you, sir, former Additional Solicitor General, senior advocate, for joining us at this late hour. But it is such a big story. We needed your expertise. Thank you, sir. Take care and see you soon.
Thank you, Barkha. God bless.
Thank you, sir. God bless. Thank you. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.